What up, though, y'all? It's Chris, broadcasting to you from the D, taking a breather. I got 2 workouts today, so I just finished one. It's a little bit of wind out of here. I'll try to keep it out of y'all ear. Anyway, so I just seen a clip of Jay Cinco. Apparently, he's a streamer. It's a guy I'm not familiar with, younger cat. But apparently, he was in another country. Somebody said it was like he was in France. And he got approached by a guy that was just on some weird energy. Now, he's in a store shopping. His girl's with him, and he got to do recording the experience. Pretty par for the course, doing some vlogging out and about shopping. There's a guy that enters the frame, and I guess he sees them recording, so he decides to walk around, and then he approaches Jay Cinco, talking to him. And it's hard for me to understand what he's saying. I don't know if it's his accent or if he's just mumbling or what, but he being weird. You know, you see he in the middle of vlogging, why you being a pest? You know, he being like just, I don't know what this dude's deal was, but then he says he wants a picture of them. And he seemed like he didn't understand. This is Jay. It seemed like he didn't understand. He thinking that he wants a selfie with them. He's actually okay with this. The dude don't want a selfie with them. He just wants a picture of them with his phone, him and his chick. Now, me personally, I'd have been like, okay, whatever. Not that big of a deal. I'd have just posed for it or whatever. Wouldn't have been that big of a deal. Jay thought it was kind of weird, though. He didn't really want to do it, especially with the guy's energy. He was just acting really strange. But at first, he entertained him because the dude is really coming off like a fan at first. I'm sure when the dude walked up to him, talking to him, he wasn't expecting things to go the direction that they did. So he conversing with him and stuff, just kind of trying to, take care of him, give him what he needs so that the dude can go on about his business and he can go ahead and keep doing his vlog with his girl. Until the dude like jumping in his face, really acting weird. And then he takes a swing at Jay. And so Jay fights back. He gets one on him. It looks like he tagged him. I got a few things to say about this. I've seen the comments that people say, one, I don't think that Jay did anything wrong in this situation. Dude is out of town, dude in another country. So not only is he out of town, he in another damn country. And you just got to be careful about how you move when you out of town. You're not trying to go to jail in another country. It don't matter how nice the country may be or whatever. You're not trying to end up wrapped up in the legal system when you out of town. So there's that. I think that him playing it off cool was definitely the thing to do. People was talking about his girlfriend. What is that behind me? A fire truck? Yeah, that's definitely a fire truck. That's the noise for the video, y'all. So people was talking about his girlfriend, how she was not doing this or she was not doing that. Man, that's his girlfriend. That ain't his man's. So expecting his girlfriend, oh yeah, there it is over there. Expecting his girlfriend to, I don't know, like what was y'all expecting? Was y'all expecting his girlfriend to like fight the dude for him or something? Just, I really don't know, man. People was really criticizing his girlfriend for how she was acting. Listen, that's how ladies are when you out and about with them, especially when you shopping. They focus is on the shopping. That's it. She not the streamer really. He is. So anybody that walk up to them, he's dealing with, not her. Women are going to be oblivious when you're out and having a good time. And I talked about this before. In a different video. It escapes me what the topic was though. But I was talking about this before, about men are the ones that have to be the protectors. Men are the ones that have to be on guard. When you out and about with your chick, she gets to be relaxed. She gets to be oblivious and just focus on having a good time. You, the man, are the one that always has to be watching around at all times. As a grown man, you don't get to relax. You get to chill some, but you're still responsible for protecting that young lady. Because something happened to her while she out with you, and you gonna have to explain to her father why you failed to protect his little girl. And there is no excuse you're gonna be able to give that is going to satisfy that man's anger. Like none. So as a man, it just is what it is. You are responsible for the women that are around you. Be that your mother's out with you, your girlfriend's out with you, your wife's out with you, your daughter's out with you. You as a man, you are responsible for the women in your life's safety when they are out with you. And you never get to take a break from that. So it's not his woman's job to step in and fight this dude. But this highlights something that a lot of people that are in the public have to deal with. When you're kind of like a public figure or you got a bit of visibility, you always run the risk of dealing with something like this. You know, you really don't know who's gonna recognize you, and you don't know what their feelings are towards you. I'll give you guys myself as an example. People have started to recognize me when I'm out and about. And at the time of me making this video, I've got like 7,300 subscribers. So I am largely invisible. And even with that being said, people are starting to recognize me. Now, I haven't had any bad experiences really. You know, when people see me, they recognize me, you know, they call out to me. It's cool. It's actually pretty fun. It's still taking some getting used to. People recognize me. They be so happy too. They be like, hey, Chris. That's taking some getting used to, because that's not been a thing until just recently. The video I did a few days back of me in the airport when I arrived back from being out of town, it was the one where I was talking about No Jumper and Adam 22. Twice in that video, I was recognized. One person recognized me and they like smiled at me and spoke, and I said hello back. The other, like shortly after that, it was like a group of people who recognized me and they like yelled. And when I looked over their way, they was like laughing or whatever, you know, so that's becoming a thing. I'm starting to be recognized. I got recognized at Starbucks. I got recognized in that video twice at the airport. So the thing is here is that I can only imagine if I'm getting seen out and about and I got like 7,300 subs, I can only imagine with these dudes that be having like 100,000, 500,000, the type of attention that they draw. Now, nobody's asked me for no selfies yet. That hasn't quite happened for me. People, they come up to me and they kick it with me and whatnot. But I'm not so big to where people want to get selfies with me. May that happen in the future? Sure, probably. If I continue to do this or whatever. And maybe when I get around to the 50,000 sub mark, that'll become a thing. People will want selfies with me, but it's not yet. But it is funny that your boy is starting to get recognized. Like, I didn't expect twice in one video to be recognized at the airport. So the reason why I mention me is because when I looked at that video of dude, it really got me thinking like, man, you really don't know what type of time that people be on. You know, you just really don't. People, you out and about, they see you, they recognize you. You don't know if they really like you or they don't. Some people may like you and not say anything. Some people may hate your guts and they decide to use that one moment to confront you about some weird stuff. Now, I don't know what that dude's deal was. I don't know if he seemed like a fan, but because he wasn't capitulating to what it was that he wanted to get a picture of them, and he like, nah, I don't want to do that or whatever. Like, dude just got really turned up. Like, he just really got weird. And it's like, bro, why you acting like such a fool for something so small? And that's how it be. People see you and you interact with them, and at any given moment, things could turn left because they wanted something from you that you weren't quite rocking with, and now they taking it so personal. It went from them glazing you to now throwing a punch at you, man. It's just insane. So I'll just reiterate, I don't think Jay did anything wrong in the situation. I think he handled it perfectly. He was calm. He was cool. He got a little turned up when dude swung on him, but he had the right to do that then. But when you out with your lady, you not trying to turn things up. The way that you may act alone when you engage in somebody, you not gonna be so quick to turn up when your lady is there with you, because you don't want to create an unnecessary hostile situation where she may get harmed there. And for those of you that was like, y'all didn't like the way his chick was moving and all that sort of stuff, I mean, that's just weird to me, man. To me, I didn't think she did anything wrong. She was just being with a girlfriend. Is when you out and about, she in a different country, she shopping, spending money, she tuning out all that stuff, man. She focusing on shopping. That is what women do, man. Expecting her to jump in like she is bodyguard or something, that's just crazy, man. You could look at that girl and tell she not a fighter. So where is this coming from, man? Anyway, I'm gonna leave it there, y'all. Hit me with a like if you like what I do. Hit me with a sub if you like what I do. And hit me in them comments. I'm gonna holler at y'all soon. Peace.